Hello everyone and welcome to the weekly football review and prediction video. We're going to be going over games from week 7 in the NFL and a look ahead at week 8. Those of you who didn't follow along, I made a mention last week and also posted on Twitter. I was at the Ravens versus Falcons game. This is about the 7th game I've been to for the Ravens, and they've lost one time since I've gone there. So you're welcome, Baltimore. And when I go there, they tend to win. Anyway, pointing that out because as far as my review for Week 7 games go, I'm going to gloss over a lot of them because I just was not able to follow along with football. I usually try and do this during a bye week. I have a friend of mine who has Ravens season tickets. He often invites me to come along. If there's no Eagles game on, I'm like, hell yeah, I'll come along. It's, nice break from, just sitting at home watching football all day and seeing some live NFL action. Anyways, and it's a nice area down there in the inner harbor of Baltimore, but fuck them for cheering Ray Rice when he came back to practice in the preseason. But anyway, one note from the game, actually 2 notes. One, no Ray Rice jerseys. I went there the whole day just trying to see if anyone was still holding on to this love of Ray Rice. Didn't see one fucking Ray Rice jersey. And number 2, I saw this. Okay, enough of the fake laughter. This is your typical Dallas Cowboys fan with his woman, and look what he's doing. He's carrying her purse like a little bitch. Anyway, I don't know, is this like a violation or what? Going to a Baltimore Ravens game versus the Atlanta Falcons, and you see someone with a Dallas Cowboys fan, you can't see his hat, but the front of his hat was a Dallas Cowboys hat. And I'm like, dude, I get that your team is in first place and all now, but what the fuck are you doing repping that shit at a Baltimore Ravens game? Like, could you wear something neutral? But anyways, you're free to wear whatever you want, but still just, I don't know, it just comes off like a violation. Like, rep your team if the Ravens are playing them. Anyway, I don't know. I've never seen at a Ravens game or any professional sports game someone wearing, unless it's like a division opponent, like every now and then you'll see like a Steelers jersey at a Ravens game, seeing someone that's like out of conference, out of division team, who the fuck does that? That's silly. Anyway, it's not like I go there repping Eagles gear or anything. Alright, I wore Eagles hat one time. Anyway, let's get on to the review here. Jets at New England. Boy, I saw this game. Oh my god. Oh, was that a final kick attempt for that field goal to win the game, just steal a game from New England, in New England, just to have the fucking field goal attempt blocked. They would have won by 1 point. This is just the epitome of the Jets season right now. Hope, 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 and then crushing defeat. Other than that blowout to the Chargers, the Jets really haven't looked that bad this year. And I even put out a tweet saying that they've just had a lot of crushing defeats. They've been hanging in games. And again, other than the time they got blanked by the Chargers, they haven't looked that bad. Anyway, but it's the fucking just another typical season for the Jets. Oh, terrible, terrible, terrible. Atlanta at Baltimore. As you know, I was there live. Pretty much just an onslaught, just a decimation. It should have been no points. Atlanta got 7 points when Baltimore shifted to a prevent defense when they were already ahead by 20 points midway through the 3rd quarter. So they're basically playing just to keep the big play from happening. They let Atlanta chip away off a turnover nonetheless. So this Atlanta offensive line just looked terrible. They made that Ravens team look like the Ravens team of 2000-2001. Just constant pressure. Matt Ryan couldn't get shit going this game. I don't think they attempted to rush the ball more than 10 times. I haven't looked at the stats, but I was like, damn, Atlanta they can't even fucking run the ball. They're not even trying to, because they know that offensive line is such shit this year. Got so bad as to last week, they ended up putting a tight end in because they ran out of guys to put on the offensive line. But still, there's still a lot of playmakers on offense. You figure they could get something done with the receiving core they have, but it was fucking awful. Awful. It was great being there live, seeing the hype Baltimore crowd. That's a fun experience, so I was glad I was there for that. But, man, Atlanta's got some fucking issues, because I thought there was no way in hell they were worse than what they gave us last year. But not only are they worse, they are considerably worse. I mean, injuries aside, it just doesn't look like there's much hope at all right now. It's like you know, at least with a bad team, you can say, well, at least this, and this is going well, and we could build off of that. It's like, what, Matt Ryan looks like shit, the O-line looks like shit, the D-line looks like shit, the secondary can't cover fuck all. Old man Smith was having his way, and Smith had a pass that he caught in the first quarter. And this is the only time I really saw him really showing his age, because the corners just hawked him down. It was like a 70-yard pass completion, and you just see him chugging along, and then you see him just start running out of gas. It's really the first time, and it was good to see it in person, because you can really see where he starts losing his step much easier than you can on TV. Anyway, you know, kind of trying to waste time going over this game more than anything else, because I really didn't watch the other games. I did watch a lot of NFL replay this week, but you can only get so much of a game from watching that. Anyway, Tennessee at Washington. Tennessee, like I said a couple weeks ago, is the worst team in football. I don't care if they beat the fucking Jaguars. I still see the Jaguars as a better team. We'll get to them in a second here. Tennessee is just shit. Losing to a third-string quarterback in Colt McCoy. By the way, how's Cousins? How's Cousins doing, Washington? How's the Great White Hope doing there for you? No RG3, no Cousins. You gonna latch onto the Colt McCoy wagon now? Oh boy, what a fucking clusterfuck! Oh, couldn't happen to a nicer team. What can I tell you? That breaks my heart. Anyway, Colt McCoy comes in, has the big comeback win against the Titans. They should be stripped of that fucking names. That team is so fucking bad. All right, Seattle at St. Louis. I saw this game on NFL replay, and this is just it's kind of just, I don't know if you want to call it sad, but a championship team getting duped on a fake diversion punt where your receiver taking the kickoff on the punt, taking the punt, not the kickoff, flanks to the opposite side of where the ball is going, and the entire special teams for the Seahawks bites on it, only to have the guy on the opposite end of the field take the ball, take it down the house for an easy touchdown. I'm sorry, but championship teams don't get fooled by shit like that, and that is a fucking embarrassment to see that happen to someone that just won the fucking Super Bowl. That is such a kick to the fucking prideful nuts of that team. Anyways, Seahawks, what the fuck is going on? And then to fall for a fake punt late in the fourth quarter. What is going on, Seattle? What the fuck is going on? Anyway, what else was I going to say about this game? Oh, I forget. Anyway, Seattle, as I tweeted out, it's just not their year. I know there's a number of... I know I was talking Percy Harvin, of course. This whole Percy Harvin trade, one note I want to make about this, doesn't really have to do with this game per se, is how the fuck did Percy Harvin garner a draft pick, getting a potential fourth-round draft pick? It's a conditional pick from the Jets, when Deshaun Jackson couldn't get fucking jack shit. How the fuck? Percy Harvin punched Golden Tate in the fucking mouth. Like, what did Deshaun Jackson do other than sulk on the sidelines or be a diva? Like, that was more undesirable than giving up a draft pick for Percy Harvin? The fuck, Jets? I gave you Deshaun for a fourth-round draft pick? What the fuck? Call a brother up. We'll hook you up, dude. Too late. He's already on the Redskins. Anyway, yeah, Seattle, that's just... crushing defeat and and to lose at the end where you force a fumble on St. Louis only to have St. Louis recover the ball. Oh my God. Cleveland at Jacksonville. God damn it, Brownies. God damn it. You fucking dick tease motherfuckers. The Cleveland was all set to take over a commanding lead in the AFC North. They had to face Jacksonville, going to Oakland this week, and then play the Buccaneers. 3 gimme games in a row. And what do? You start off by losing, let me see if I have this correct, to the Jacksonville Jaguars that haven't won a single game this year? Oh, Brownies. Oh, no. Oh, that isn't just... I feel bad for Cleveland because I felt all the hope and I saw everyone getting behind this team in Cleveland just to fucking fall flat to the Jaguars. The winless fucking Jaguars. Ugh. God damn. What a fucking pisser. I mean, I don't really care, but I feel for Cleveland because they're in such a fucking gutter as far as sports go. Anyway, Cincinnati at Indianapolis. Am I looking at this right? 27-0. Is this? Am I looking at the Eagles score versus the Giants last week? 27-0. Well, where's all the people that had Cincinnati pegged to go to the Super Bowl 2 weeks ago before the New England Patriots brought them back down to reality? Not a single point on a Colts defense that isn't that good. They're good, but they're not that good to dish up a shutout against a team of offensive weapons left and right. Andy Dalton, you couldn't get a single fucking point against the Colts? Woo! Oh, lordy. That's a... Oh, my God. Has anyone looked at the Colts schedule, by the way? I tweeted this out as if you want to get a laugh. Look at the Colts schedule. They have, in the next 5 games, 3 of them are against teams that are dead last. And one of them is the Giants, who is barely out of dead last, and the other is the Patriots. That's their next 5 games. 3 dead last teams, the Giants, and then the Patriots. I told you guys that this Colts team is going to go 10-2 before they lose another game. So, who do they play after they win that 10th game? The Cleveland Brownies. Oh, man. Okay, maybe they'll win 11 games before they lose another game and end up losing to Dallas. But, wow. That would be something if the Brownies end up snapping their hot streak here. But I told you guys, once the Colts started out 0-2, they were going to go 10 consecutive wins before they lost another game. And they're already halfway there. Anyway, Minnesota at Buffalo. Buffalo won, yay. Miami at Chicago. Since this wasn't a home game for, since this was a home game for Chicago, they fucked up. And they lost to another AFC East team, Miami. They lost at home to Buffalo. Now they lost at home to Miami. Way to go, Chicago. New Orleans at Detroit. New Orleans. Wow. Talk about creating a clusterfuck in the NFC South. Son of a bitch, man. Jesus. Does anyone want to win that division? Because Carolina sure the fuck doesn't either. We'll get to that in a second. Detroit ends up winning at home. Carolina at Green Bay. Carolina just doesn't even fucking show up in this game. And again, does anyone want to win the NFC South? I guess not. As sad as it is, Tampa Bay is still in this. Because everyone else is fucking up. Tampa Bay and Atlanta. Oh my God. Jeez. Anyway, Carolina gets their doors blown off by Green Bay at home, at Green Bay. Kansas City at San Diego. San Diego was chugging along like a little juggernaut. Kansas City brought them back down to reality a little bit. Arizona at Oakland. Oakland is playing teams tough. That's why when I say something like the Titans are the worst team in football, you're like, oh, how could you say that? Oakland doesn't even have a win this year. Oakland is playing teams tough. Oakland almost took a win up in New England. Oakland almost took a win here from Arizona. Oakland is playing teams tough. They still suck, but they're playing teams tough. Anyways, Arizona wins. New York Giants at Dallas. Whoo, boy, Giants fans started getting a little bit of hope because they got the odor of the trap game in the air, just saying like, oh man, Cruz is out, Dallas is playing juggernaut football right now. It's a home game at Dallas, which means it's a road game for Dallas since you have to use a silent snap count at home in Dallas, which is a fucking disgrace. Where's your fucking fans, Dallas? Anyway, Dallas ends up pulling out the win here. Now, Dallas and all the cockroach Dallas fans are coming out of the woodwork, which is to be expected because they're sitting alone in first place, simply because the Eagles have a bye. That's the one reason why I wanted the Giants to win, because I hate the fact that my team lost their first place spot simply because they didn't play. It's just such a weak way to lose your first place status. I mean, any real Dallas fan right now knows that it's a tie for first place because they played one more game than the Eagles right now. But anyway, a lot of people, and I'm hearing a lot of just like, you know, anti-Dallas Cowboy fans and just anti-Dallas Cowboy people saying how, like, you know, you see that? DeMarco, when he was running the sidelines, he tweaked his ankle a little bit. They're living by the run, and they're going to die by the run. If they lose DeMarco Murray and the fucking workhorse that he is right now, they're going to beat no one. And they got a taste of that when he rolled his ankle a little bit. And a lot of people are saying, like, you know, I hope he gets hurt, and I hope they lose out the rest of the season. You know what? That's a defeatist attitude. And there's a lot of people in Philly that are talking smack before this game on Thanksgiving Day between the Cowboys and the Eagles, saying like, oh, you know what, DeMarco Murray's going to be hurt by then, Romo's already going to be starting the decline of his season like he usually does. You know what, fuck that shit. I mean, so many people are like, you don't even need to worry about DeMarco Murray because he's not even going to make it healthy. No, I want them to be 100%. Because I want my team to be tested. I want my team to know that they can beat the teams that are playing the best football in the league. And a lot of people take offense to saying the Dallas Cowboys are playing the best football in the league right now. I remember EDP earlier this week, he tweeted out something after this game saying the Dallas Cowboys are one of the best teams in football right now. And people are like, oh man, fuck you, man. Fuck, the Eagles would fucking kill them, man. Oh, they always die off, man. They suck in December and all this shit. Like, shut the fuck up. Man, the Dallas Cowboys are one of the best teams in football right now. If you don't understand what that means, answer me these few questions. Who is running the ball better than the Dallas Cowboys right now? No one is. Who has more wins right now than the Dallas Cowboys do? No one does. Some people have as many wins, but no one has more wins. They got a lights-out kicker. Their defense is finding ways to stay in the game, get timely turnovers, not give up a big drive at the end that costs them the game. This team is one of the best teams in football, and I would be the last one to tell you that if I didn't believe it was so. Anyway, so many people are getting their panties in a bunch because, oh, you can't say Dallas is the best team because they always suck in December. Fuck that noise. If they suck in December, I'll be the first one to point and laugh at them with you guys. But, man, people need to just take off their hate blinders to the Dallas Cowboys and recognize that this is a fucking good fucking football team right now. And I want them to be at this level. I hope the Giants and Eagles don't lose, the Cowboys and Eagles don't lose another game up till that matchup on Thanksgiving Day. Anyway, oh god, this video is dragging on and on. 49ers at Denver. 49ers lost. I thought the 49ers stood a better chance in this, but the motivation of Peyton Manning to play at home and take that touchdown record. By the way, is it just me, or does that touchdown record hurt Peyton Manning's legacy? Because it's like, oh, look at this guy. He got all these touchdowns, and he did it in a much shorter period of time than Brett Favre, yet he's got that one Super Bowl win, 2 failures in the Super Bowl. He's 1-3 in Super Bowl appearances, and he's been one and done in the playoffs 7 times, and it's like, how does that happen? Anyway, fuck, it just, I don't know, it just makes all that stand out a lot more to me. Pittsburgh won at home against the Houston Texans because Fitzpatrick, flat out, should not be a quarterback in this league right now. A backup at best. Anyways, Philadelphia and Tampa had the byes. Let's go over the Week 8 review. Let's bang through this, people. Come on! Anyway. San Diego at Denver to start the week on Thursday Night Football. This should be a good game. However, I see Denver winning this. They're playing really good football right now, and a lot of the doubt I had about them is gone. A lot more doubt I have in the 49ers again. The thing with the 49ers, just to backtrack for a second, is a lot of people are saying, well, they're losing a lot of guys on the defensive line, or excuse me, just in the defense in general when they get those guys back, like Navarro Bowman, et cetera, et cetera. They're going to be a much better team. But the thing is, they're stacking up a lot of losses here. And a wild card isn't exactly going to be a gimme when you have multiple teams at 5-1 right now, and you're 2 games behind the last wild card spot. It's a tough spot at the halfway point of the season to think that all the wild card teams are going to lose 2 more games, that you're going to win 2 more games over them. Anyway, 49ers fans should be a little bit nervous right now because there's a lot of teams playing good football and winning games, and even if you get all your players back and you win out the season, it might not be enough. Anyway, not win out the season. They're probably going to lose a game or 2 along the way. Anyway, Detroit at Atlanta. Atlanta just fucking sucks. I can tell you that from seeing them in person. Detroit's going to win that game. St. Louis at Kansas City. I'm picking St. Louis in this game. I know, Kansas City at home, and yeah, I like St. Louis. I like St. Louis. Houston at the Tennessee fuck-ups. Look for Houston to beat the worst team in the NFL. Minnesota at Tampa Bay. I like Tampa Bay. You know why I like Tampa Bay in this game? Because I want to see the NFC South even more clusterfuck than what it is right now. Seattle at Carolina. Call me crazy. I got Carolina winning this game. Carolina has bounced back from every abysmal loss this year. They're a real Jekyll and Hyde team. They look like a world beater one week, and then they look like an absolute non-contender the next week. I see Carolina winning this game. Baltimore at Cincinnati. This is a game where Baltimore can take charge of the AFC North. They can just take charge, sit pretty, and beat the Bengals. However, I'm picking the Bengals to win this game. Sorry, Baltimore. Miami at Jacksonville. Nice win, Jacksonville. It would be nice to get a win streak going this year, but I don't think you are. Miami's going to win. Miami plays good on the road for whatever reason. Minus a few games here or there. Chicago at New England. Since this game's not at Chicago, I'm going to pick Chicago to win. Chicago over New England. Buffalo at the New York Jets. Like I said, the Jets haven't been playing that bad other than that decimation to the Chargers where they got blanked. Look for the Jets to win at home. Philadelphia at Arizona. That video will be coming later this week where I'll break down that game. Oakland at Cleveland. Oakland is playing teams tough. Cleveland got kicked in the nuts by a winless team. I'm sorry, Brownies. And even before I had the games this week, when I looked at the next 3 opponents for the Brownies last week, I was like, I see that Oakland team being the one team to beat them, and I'm not changing my mind. Look for Oakland to win. Colts at Pittsburgh. Like I said, I'm not going to go against the grain of what I picked. I see 10 wins in a row for this Colts team. So here comes win number 6. Look for the Colts to win at Pittsburgh. Green Bay at New Orleans. Oh, an NFC South team. That's wonderful. Look for Green Bay to win there. Washington at Dallas. And by the way, there's getting quite a few wins in the AFC North as well. Washington at Dallas. I want Washington to win, but you know what? I want Dallas to win more. Like I said, I want my team to get tested. I want my Eagles to get tested by good opponents, and to get tested, you have to play teams with the best records in the league. Bring on the Dallas Cowboys. Bring them on into November with 1 loss. And excuse me, a lot of gas there. Oh, jeez, that's talking about the Cowboys just fucks my stomach up, makes me want to vomit. Anyway, look for Dallas to win at home. Monday Night Football. Look for Deshaun to thrash up that team anyway, but and just be the one standout note. Colt McCoy could be returning to Texas to play a game. That'll be interesting. Anyway, the byes this week: the Giants and the Niners both can lick the wounds of their losses from the previous week. Anyways, that's our picks and review for or predictions for the next week. Thank you all, and I think there's supposed to be some sort of keepy note I was supposed to be making here. Oh, I don't know. Fuck it. I was supposed to choke in the end of the video. All sorts of fucked up today. Anyways, have a good day, a better tomorrow. fuck the Dallas Cowboys, but especially, fuck this guy. Cool purse, dude! Have a good day, everyone.